Today, I'm visiting a small retired old goldfield that had a crazy rich history. A history so rich, even the pharaohs of Egypt would have been jealous. But this time, I'm tracking down the gold reefs that they worked in the mountain where vast fortunes were quickly made. This place got hammered back in the gold rush days. 3,000 gold-crazed miners upturned this entire river and the mountains 3 weeks before abandoning the field to a better prospect. Fast gold rushes are my speciality because lots of gold can still be found today if you know where to look. Beautiful. I have a basic mud map of where I need to go and a description of the diggings. I think if I can find them, I should be able to pull out some pretty good gold. Right, got my pick, pan, battery, detector, headphones, water. I can tell already it's going to be a very hot day today. It's got that stillness about it. Just hoping I've got enough water now. I'll put on a bit of zinc. So I reckon it should be pretty hot and sunny. Oh man, it is hot. Heading up the hill and I'm starting to see trenches and big ditches and even big old mullocks. Have a look at this one. That's beautiful. Nice big deep hole. So I'm going to head right up to the top of the hill and I'm going to jump in the creek that feeds that hill because I think that's going to be my best chance of finding some gold. The gold field I'm going to today, it was smashed over a 3-week period. That was it. 3 weeks, the whole thing was done and dusted. There was 3,500 men on this side of the hill, and in 3 weeks they dug up everything they needed to dig and they got out of here. And the gold was so rich that men were able to return back to their homelands because, you know, back in the day, a lot of people who were over here were from England and, you know, France and Italy and places like that. Mostly English. I'm hoping when I get up to the top, a bit closer to the mines, we should be able to find some pretty sizable gold. Oh yeah, look at this. Maybe that's a bit of a better angle. If I get down, you can sort of see what we're looking at here. All right, you can sort of see it. You're almost in a bit of a ditch there. That's all human dug. As gold breaks down from the mountain, it gets smaller and smaller, and eventually the smaller pieces find their way into the local rivers. The old boys knew this and chased the gold upstream until the gold pinched out. Then they would turn around, come back downstream and start looking towards the mountain, cutting trenches along the mountainside to narrow down exactly where that gold was coming from. That's what you just saw, that small trench. Then they would do the exact same tactic all the way up the mountain until the values started getting richer. That's when you'd start seeing the potholes. But the best gold is usually close to the mother lode, and today I'm gunning straight for that spot. That's where I think the big one will be. Looks good to me. Let's go. Ticks are ferocious this time of year, so I've got to gear up. They'll be crawling all over me if I don't. Oh, there's one there on me already. Die. First target. Nah, just a bit of rubbish. There we go, guys. First piece. Just a little bit of steel by the looks. Nothing special. Target number 2, guys. We got a little bit of buckshot. Very standard for the goldfields. Anyway, moving on. Number 3, we got ourselves a little bit of iron. She's looking pretty trashy. No gold yet. All right, more trash. Definitely hasn't been detected. That's a good sign. I'm going to move on now further up the hill to see if I can find the original diggings. So guys, as I was heading up the hill, I did notice this big significant dig site right here. And there's also another big hole right here as well. It's pretty obvious that the old timers have been pretty hard here. It almost looks like a square shaft too. You see how it's sort of squared off there? I can see some supporting timber there and there. So that might be a false bottom there. I'm not going to jump in, but that's definitely a very interesting dig site. Yeah, this could be good, guys. This could be really good. I'm pretty excited now. I've made it right to the top of the mountain and I've found what they were looking for. This is diorite and quartz all in a structure. See how that just crumbles? That's beautiful stuff. So this is what the gold was leaching out from. And look at the size of this big hole. So definitely the boys were onto the good stuff here. Straight away I knew that the old boys were finding good gold in this hole. So my instincts were to go directly under it to see if I could find some old gold that had eroded from the quartz vein and situated itself lower down on the mountain. And it wasn't before long, it was on. All right, ladies and gents, literally just under this mine, check it out. First hole, boom, piece of gold. How bloody good is that? Reef gold, you beauty. This is exactly what I was looking for. Note the sharp edges. I knew this was going to be a cracker start to a cracker day. Have a look at that. That's a beauty. It's probably almost a gram maybe. Might be the tree root, but that sounds pretty consistent. Nah, it's definitely not a tree root. Let's have a listen there. It's definitely a target. I reckon that'll be gold. Sounds pretty sweet. Not too loud. There he is. Beauty. Look at that. 2 in 1 hole. It's like Christmas come early. Here you go, guys. Have a look at that. Beautiful. Exact same hole. 2 for 1. Here we go. 2 in 1 hole. The gold was really starting to fire up, and I was beginning to dream, and I was imagining kilo plus size pieces being unearthed from this little area. But little did I know that the afternoon had its own plans for me. All right, guys, so I just stopped for a drink of water, and because I'm getting some really good sounds here. So that's where I just got those 2 pieces in there, and have a listen to this. I think that's going to be one. Now I've got a flat battery, of course. One here, listen. That one's a bit iffy, but listen to this one. Who knows what else there is. Another one there maybe. Another one there. Probably another one there. Right, so this is going to be, if they're gold, this is going to be a good spot. Right under this big mine, look at that. They've thrown all the rocks out. And this is probably just natural erosion going down the hill like that. And the gold hasn't made its way down to the creek yet. So we'll dig the first one out and see how we go. At this stage, I was thinking, could this be the day where I hit the big one? Nifty one. It is in these places, just below reefs, where I do find my biggest, best gold. Got him. Not a big one. That's not too bad. It's gold. I saw it. Oh, yes. Look at that. Can't really see it, but I'll get a close-up for you on the main cam. There you go, ladies and gents. That's him. That's a more solid piece of gold, that one, which is really good. thought it'd be bigger than that, but I'll take it. That's still pretty cool. The gold was coming in hot and heavy. I was pretty certain I was onto a patch, but there was a big problem on the horizon that I didn't see coming. All right, we're onto a patch here. Have a look at that. Wicked. I'm absolutely brutalized in the heat though. So probably the hottest day we've had this year, I reckon. I'm sweating. Don't have a ton of water, but I got a dying battery. I got about 1 bar left on my second battery too, if it comes to that, which it probably will. The electrical company was changing the power pole at the front of my house, so my house had no power for a time, and this is why my batteries aren't fully charged. From there, I still got a signal here, and that sounds like the big one. Fingers crossed. All right guys, definitely onto a patch. Here's the other 2 bits I just got. Funny little bits too. It's lovely looking gold. Have a look at this one. It's got nice ironstone right in the center of it, wrapping all the way around the gold. That's a collector's piece, that one. Beautiful. It's not bad, eh? Not a bad little start at all. It's funny, some of these are super dirty and some of them are quite clean, depending on how close they are to the surface. A couple of them have ironstone in them. Beautiful one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, folks, I don't have to worry about lunch because I forgot it. And yep, I'm gonna go hungry. Looks like I'm fasting today, but I did have a sandwich and a muesli bar in the car, but that's probably still where it is, cooking away. All I got is this, a little bit of water left over and a spare battery with about maybe 15 minutes of play in it. So it's all very up in the air today, but so far so good. 7 bits of gold, I'm pretty happy with that, and it's not looking like it's slowing down. And amongst all this, I haven't got a piece of trash yet, which is pretty good. You have 2 massive pits down there, and there's another big pit down there too. So I think by working all through here, I think it's going to be pretty good. And might be able to pick up a few more bits, but 50 bits would be nice, or just a ½ kilo slug. I'm not asking for much, but we'll see how we crack on, eh? Okay, let's keep digging out those gold nuggets. All right, we're doing good here. All right, we're getting right under the pile now. Sounds small. Again, we're in that gravelly looking reefy material there. It's out already. Not expecting this one to be a record breaker. Might just be a bit of blasting cap as well. Oh, look at that. It's like a snake, little piece of snake gold. How was that so quiet? Must have been standing upright like that. That looks like a bloody dragon. Have a look at that. That's cool. Wow, that's sick. Can't believe I didn't hear that. It's usually under these big rock piles where the big daddies lie. I always like to rip the rocks out and have a quick look. Woo! All right. So my detector's nearly dead, as you can hear. But I just moved a fair few rocks. I'm hoping I can pick something up. Oh, it's my can. So, just try that again. All right, that sounds bloody nice. Maybe a little one there as well. That sounds nice. Could be something there. Well, we'll start with this one first. That sounds like a bit of trash, maybe. Tell you what, this is gold. This is gonna be a beast. Sounds big. Oh, it's my first bit of rust for the day. Dirty old rust bomb. Doesn't give me much hope for the other two bits, but anyway, gotta dig them. Normally when I'm prospecting, I'll find 10 pieces of trash to each piece of gold. But today, this place seems much richer. Nah. That doesn't sound too bad. Probably going to be another big bit of rust though, being so close to the other piece of rust. It's out. Out here. Here we go. Thought I heard a big clump then. Oh, yes! Look at the size of that. You beauty. Oh yeah, look at that one. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is just lovely. I'll give that clean up, hang on. How good's this joint? Oh yeah. It's starting to look pretty good there. You beauty. Might just be a baby, but that's definitely worth investigating, that one. Got a big sound here. And after what I just saw, I'm gonna have to definitely dig this rock out. It's probably a hot rock, but because it's pretty deep under it, that means the detector's reading 12 to 18 inches, which I doubt. Yeah, I think it's a big hot rock. Oh. That was a very successful scrape back. One piece of trash, one hot rock, but one nice piece of gold. Very happy with that. So guys, I just got that big hot rock out, and unfortunately there's nothing underneath it, so I'm going to keep checking around the edges, and if that doesn't do any good, I'm going to come down here. This looks really nice. This is like the runoff zone from that big mullock there. That's all this mullock has just been running and depositing down the hill here. I like to look behind the big trees and in the stumps, and you know, wherever there's rocks as well is a good place for the little bits of gold to get caught. So I reckon I should be able to pick up a few more there, gauging on how rich this little patch is. And that'd be nice, I think. There's not a lot of power left in that battery, that's all. So I have to be pretty smart about where I should scan, because I've only got a limited time now. And the heat is pretty intense as well. It's funny, as I look through the bush, almost everywhere I look, this whole place has just been completely hand dug. So even though the gold rush only lasted 3 weeks here, some of the boys hung around and did all of this work. Must have taken them years. You know, like, imagine how long it would take just to dig this pile of dirt. Like, seriously, how long would that take? There's got to be weeks in it, right? But who knows? Maybe these boys whipped it out in a day or two. Anyway, different time, different era. Well, guys, you're not going to believe it. This place is incredible. Check this out. So I've just been working around here, and that's where I moved the rocks and got the hot rock. I thought I'll just come down here and scan where I want to put my bag. 2 targets. Piece of gold and a nail. How cool is that? That's a good size too. That feels like about over a gram. That's a quick $200 there. And then I got this old nail. No idea what the nails were used for back in the day. You could just take a guess. Could have been for a rocker box, could have been hanging out of their pick, holding their horse cart together, who knows, you know. Anyway, we seem to get a lot of these. I was hoping there wasn't going to be any trash on this hill, but there is. But, you know, if it's going 1 for 1, gold to rust, man, I'm happy. I'll take that all day long. I'll put him in the pan as well with the other fella. Oh, There he is. This is a good little bit of reef here we're digging out. Chuck the rust in there as well. Hey guys, have a look at this little beauty. Quartz, ironstone and gold all in one. It's lovely, eh? How cool is that piece? You can just see there the quartz ridge cap on him. Ironstone in the middle, and then the gold is protruding on the underbelly. That's a lovely piece.
I was having an absolute stellar day. Everywhere I swung the coil, I seemed to be hitting gold. It was a dream.
Look at that. What a beauty. Very reefy looking gold. And they all seem to have a little bit of rock in them, as you can see just between my thumbs there. But at least we're getting plenty of them. That's the go.
And another one.
Straight out of the reef, that one. Very happy with that though. That's lovely. Let's see if we can't pick up a few more. Well guys, that power pole getting changed out today has really shot me. I just found another really nice looking mullock, and I got this beautiful little whisper, and I swore, yeah, that's going to be gold. And then instantly the detector turned off. Anyway, I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I'm dealing with now. So that detector is dead as a door now, but I still have a second chance.
It was an absolute nightmare trying to locate a target with just the pinpointer. I turned on the detector for one last hurrah, and by a miracle, she turned on.
Come on. Whatever it is, it's in here. Come on, baby, be some gold for me. Let me go home happy. Oh, I'm seeing some rusty colours. It's not good. Oh no. It's a bit of a tack. Ah well.
As I was going to the creek to clean up the gold, I could hear what sounded like a beehive, but they were in fact flies. Unfortunately, a big old carpet python had passed away. I reckon maybe it ate something it shouldn't have, because I couldn't see any visible marks on it.
Alright guys, let's have a look at that gold. I'll give it a quick clean up. There you go, ladies and gents. A couple of quite nice pieces there. Pretty happy with that. Some very dirty ones too. They're definitely going to have to be cleaned up in the ultrasonic cleaner. Probably got quite a lot of iron content.
And before I show you the gold, guys, here's the trash.
Got our standard nails, about 10 of them. 10 large rust bombs, even some deep down chisel looking pieces. We got your miscellaneous rubbish, copper wire, and I got some bullets here as well. Pretty standard. I think there's about 55, 60 bits of trash altogether. There you go, folks. Look at that. He's on to me.
And even after half a can of spray, I still managed to get a tick on me.
Not coming off.
Some of these pieces were really beautiful. We got gold wrapping around an ironstone piece on this one. And the next one looks like a bit of a dragon's head. When the gold comes out of the reef, it can come out looking like anything you could imagine. It takes an interesting structure based on the host rock that it was wrapped around.